Welcome, everyone. One of the best ways to prepare for the IELTS speaking test is to see it in action. That's exactly what we're doing today with this complete mock test from Spinta. As you listen, think about what the candidate does well and where they could improve. Afterwards, we'll compare notes with a full performance breakdown. Let's begin.
Good morning. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Good morning. My name is MariaLopez. You can call me Maria. I am 25 years old, and currently I study business at local university, but I also work part-time in shop near my home.
Where are you living now?
I have been lived here for 5 years in a small flat close to center. Before that, I lived with my parents in another town. I like living here because shops and transport is near, but sometimes it is noisy at night, and I cannot sleep well.
Do you enjoy your studies or work more?
I think I enjoy study a little more, because study give me future chance to get better job. Work is useful for money, but it is tiring and sometimes boring. I enjoy learning about finance and marketing, but I have much homework.
What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I am really enjoy to listening music and sometimes I do painting. I am very interested about music since childhood, and I go to small concerts with my friends. Painting is relaxing. I try to paint on weekends when I am not working.
Do you prefer to do hobbies alone or with others?
I prefer both. For listening music, I like to be with friends because we can share songs, but for painting, I like alone because I need quiet and concentration. Sometimes I try to join group painting class, but it is hard for me to find time.
How often do you visit your family?
I visit my family about 2 or 3 times a month. They live 2 hours by bus, so I cannot go very often. When I go, we eat together and I help my mother with shopping. It is important for me to keep close relation with them.
Right. Let's move on to the next part. Here is your topic. Describe a memorable trip you took. You have 2 minutes to talk. Please include where you went, who you went with, what you did, and why it was memorable.
Okay. One time I went to the mountains with my cousin, and it was very memorable. We traveled by bus for many hours and arrived at small village where there was no internet. That make it different. We walk long on the trails, see many beautiful views and small rivers. I remember one day we lost the path and was a little frightened, but then we find a farmer who helped us to go back. At night we sat near fire and talked until late, and I feel very free and happy. I also tried local food, which is simple but tasty. This trip was memorable because it was first time I go away alone from phone and work, and I learned to be more independent and brave when problem come.
When was that trip?
It was 3 years ago, in summer. I remember because it was before I start university, and I had more free time. Time passed quickly, but memory is still fresh.
Okay. Thank you. Now some questions about travel and learning from experience. Do you think people travel more now than before?
Yes, I think people travel more now because transport is cheaper, and social media make travel look easy and attractive. Many people want to take photo and post in internet, so it encouraged to go new places. But also some people prefer stay home because they are busy or money is problem.
What are advantages of traveling alone?
Traveling alone can give freedom to choose where to go and what do. You can meet new people and learn about yourself. Also, you practice solving problems alone, like I did when I lost path. But sometimes it can be lonely or less safe, so you must be careful and prepare well.
Do you think students should study abroad?
I think study abroad is good because you learn language and different culture. It helped to find better job later. But it is expensive and some people feel homesick. If students have chance and money, they should try, but not every student can do that.
How can travel change a person's view of world?
Travel can make person more open and less prejudiced. When you meet different people and see how they live, you understand many ways to do same thing. For example, I see people in mountain village living simply and it make me think about my priorities. Travel lets you compare and sometimes change your opinion about life.
What role does technology play in travel today?
Technology help a lot. We can find maps, book hotels, and read reviews. But it also make people miss real experience because they look at phone too much. For me, I try to use phone for help only and then put it away to enjoy place.
Interesting. Final question. How do you think tourism affects local communities?
Tourism can bring money and jobs for local people and protect some traditions because tourists want to see culture. But it can also make prices rise and damage environment if many people come. Local culture sometimes change to please tourists, and that is not good. So communities must manage tourism carefully.
Thank you. That is the end of the speaking test.
The candidate demonstrated a band 5.5 level performance. Notable grammatical errors included saying, "I have been lived here for 5 years," when the correct form is, "I have lived here for 5 years," and saying, "I am very interested about music," when the correct form is, "I am very interested in music." Another recurring error was, "I have been avid reader since I was child," which should be, "I have been an avid reader since I was a child." These errors occurred frequently across the test, and while they did not prevent overall understanding, they did interrupt smoothness and accuracy. Fluency showed hesitations and some long pauses, with self-repairs and repetition when searching for words. Vocabulary was limited and sometimes repetitive, though appropriate basic words were used to convey meaning. Grammatically, the candidate used mainly simple structures but with systematic errors in articles, prepositions, and verb patterns. Overall, this performance fits Band 5.5 because communication was generally intelligible and ideas were developed, but frequent basic errors, limited lexical range, and noticeable hesitations prevented a higher band. To reach Band 6, the candidate would need more consistent grammar control, a wider range of vocabulary, and steadier fluency with fewer long pauses. Thank you for practicing with this IELTS speaking mock test. Visit Spinta for more comprehensive mock tests and personalized feedback to boost your IELTS score.